You know, you wake up and you want to make some episodes, and you know they're just going to be great. They're going to be encouraging. And other times you just don't know what to say. That you're drained and you just don't care anymore. Um, I'm kind of on that side. I guess it's just been I haven't been sleeping very well, and so I seem to be a lot more stressed out. A lot of things really get on my nerves, like the ring light that's showing up in my reflection of my glasses. I really do hate that. I can't seem to find my way around it, no matter how hard I try. Um, and it's just discouraging. I know the other night I came home, I was very excited, I was very encouraged, and I kind of changed. I wanted to change my mantra, so to speak, and saying, if I lose weight, when I lose weight, if I do this, then that will happen, to stop all of that and just say, you know what, I'm going to make up my mind. I'm going to set my mind, I'm going to set my heart to losing the weight, to actually not losing weight. It still kills me. I want to get healthy again. That is where I fumble so many times. I look at the number, but I'm not looking at the, am I feeling healthy? Am I telling, is there more than just the numbers on the scale, which is going to be a huge part of it, but do I feel better? Do I feel, am I sleeping better? And I don't think I am. Um, so a lot of depression to step back in after that, after I was kind of really hoping that I would have more encouragement or more support, and I think very few people have even checked that video, so many of you, a few of you may even see it yet. And that's what's happened before, is that I look out for, try to find others to help me along on the journey, and I seem to get a lot of nothing in return, and then I end up getting bored with it or getting discouraged, and I stop. And that just seems to be a very repetitive pattern. Um, Part of this is just, like I said, depression setting back in. I have not been getting a lot of good sleep lately. I've been waking up a lot, and I just feel like crap. I just feel completely worthless. Like there's nothing I can do that makes a bit of a difference in the world at all. Um, I've got a good paying job, but I'm just so distracted lately. I can't focus. I can't concentrate. I just don't want to be there. And it's not really their fault. I mean, there are some people that I would love to just, strangulate until they breathe their last breath, but, well, maybe not that bad, but bad enough. So it's just, I don't know, things, I can only do so much before I just kind of go crazy, and I think I'm kind of there. Mainly because the way my body's going, I really need to find more rest. I really need to find more peace inside, not just physical, but emotional. And I think that's the hard part. We tend to forget that we have to work on all of it: our spiritual side, our physical side, and our emotional side at the same time. And my emotional side is really starting to show signs. Physical, I don't know. So I wanted this to be an upbeat, upgoing kind of thing, but I mean, I've got a few things to look forward to. I do have a walk, so I can actually try a few new healthy recipes in the walk. I've got that. There's still a lot more that I can do. I'd also like to. This chair really isn't comfortable. That's just it. When you're beat down, everything gets to you. Like even the physical being physically uncomfortable, it just really makes you go crazy. So this post is going to be, I guess, a happy one after all. I really wanted it to be, but just as a reminder that we have to take care of all of it. That this is only the beginning. I have to remind myself that mistakes are going to be made. There's going to be a lot of learning process to go through. And that's what there is to it. So finding people to come alongside me to really help encourage me is going to be the hardest part. It's always been the hardest part for me. I feel like on my health that's the one thing that most people just say, go to hell, Tom. We don't care. Just, oh, that's not, yay. You had a glass of water today. Yay. Oh, shut up. People might join me or be there for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then they just taper off and they're gone again. Or there's always an excuse or something, and I'm left back to my own weaknesses again, to where I'm there all the time. And that's just it, I guess, my body. I'm just feeling weak. I'm just feeling like there's just nothing. So this is definitely a hard thing to accept. And it's frustrating, and then of course the anger comes out, and it just wreaks all kinds of other havoc, and then we turn to other things that are bad for our bodies just to cope, just to feel better, even if it is just for a little bit. So, all this is kind of show that, not every podcast or not every episode I'm going to do is going to be bright and happy. Some are just going to be very depressing because, well, that's life at times. But that's a part of the journey, and I don't want to sit there and ignore that. A lot of people will sit there and run away when you hear the D word. Oh, you're depressed. Yeah. Oh, hey, look at that. I gotta go. I got something to do somewhere, I'm sure. Bye. If they even have enough courtesy to even tell you that. So, don't run from it. At least acknowledge and accept when things are dark. That's the first step. Now, what can be done after this? That depends. But all this to say, I want to put all this aside because otherwise I can keep going down this rabbit hole and I won't come out of it. And this is going to create me to go take a detour somewhere that I shouldn't. Where some people go to alcohol, or some people just start turning to food or whatever. It's like I could turn to so many different avenues and venues right now, and that's where I get to stop the car, pull over, and breathe for a minute. So basically, I'm feeling disconnected. So what can I do to reconnect? One, talking about it and accepting how it affects me. That's a very good first step. Hopefully that you're able to do that. No matter how ugly it is. Sometimes I say it's better to just go ahead and just vomit it all out and just throw it all up. Clean up the mess later. Because if you keep holding back and holding back, you don't know what's actually inside. You don't know actually what you have to deal with. You might find out that you ate those hot dogs too fast and, well, you need to chew it a little bit more. But you're not going to know that if you keep holding it back. So sometimes just let it out. Let your body just get it out no matter what. But one thing that's kind of got me is, what are the roadblocks? What are the hurdles? I've always imagined not being fat, not being overweight, not feeling like a stupid monster because everybody runs away from you when you're depressed or when you're sad or when you're just fat. Nobody cares. And these thoughts right there, some of them may be good. Some of them may be good for coping. But have those thoughts, down the rabbit hole you go, have those thoughts helped in the long run. They may help for a few minutes. They may help kind of get us a brief wind of encouragement. But we get stuck in fantasy. We get stuck on these daydreams and these hopes that we forget to live, that we forget to make those changes. And that is where I'm at. I can't, until we embrace that new reality, we have to let go of what we're holding on to dearly. If we're holding on to these dreams, holding on to these visions of who we are, who we want to be, and we want them so much more that we run to them instead of looking at, I'm sick, I need to look at this. So maybe that's where I'm at right now this season, that I need to really, really sit down and look at what's fantasy, what's fake, what's not real, what is unhealthy, versus what can be done, what strength do I have before I can even move on to accept new realities. And that's the whole thing is, it's going to be a new day. It's going to be a new you, or a new me rather. So maybe just stop. Accept it. Accept it's crap. Accept it sucks. But don't let it stay there. But don't stay in your escape spot either. Because if you spend too long in it, that rabbit hole is going to get bigger and harder to get out of. So maybe we can get out of this together. So hopefully this is encouragement to those few of you who are watching. I really do hope that you're able to at least find your dark hole, find your rabbit hole, and stop climbing down it deeper. And try to look upwards. Try to look onwards, which is new. So anyways, I hope this really helped you guys out. So wait until the next episode. Thanks, guys.